Alright, I am here to give you my review of A$AP Rocky's new album, At.Long.Last.A. So it's been over 2 years since we have gotten a new full-length album from A$AP Rocky. I thought he might have been in the trenches. I thought he might have transitioned to doing other things. So I was a little bit worried that he wouldn't really like do hip hop anymore. You know, it was that point in time where I'm like, he's been gone for a minute. He hasn't released anything new for real. But then recently we started to get some new singles from him. We got the Lord Putty Flacco, joint. We got the M's joint. So I was like, okay, it's very hopeful. We're going to see some new music come. And then you also have to account for the death, the accidental death of A$AP Yams, the co-founder of A$AP Mob. It played a huge influence, on this album and just probably the whole recording process in general. So, with Long Live A$AP, I didn't really care for the album that much. It had a lot of commercial hits, I thought. I mean, you had some club bangers, you had some stuff with some featured artists, but it kind of seemed bloated. You had like a random song with Skrillex, like he was trying to cater to a lot of different audiences, and I think it was just like all over the place. This album, however, is actually quite good. It's really good, actually. And I'm gonna go on the record and say that it's A$AP Rocky's best work thus far. And I can say that confidently just because of the structure of the album, the guest artists on the album, and just the overall sound and aesthetic of the album. So we pretty much got this unexpectedly. It dropped randomly last week. He said he was going to drop it at midnight, but then it leaked just like that. Typical shit in the music industry, we know how it go. So I finally got a chance to actually hear the album, listen to it a few times all the way through. Like I said, I really enjoyed this album. At Long Last, A$AP has some really good guest artists. It probably has the most impressive list of guest artists on an album this year. And I doubt anybody can probably match the diverse array of artists that are featured. You got Kanye West, you got M.I.A, Lil Wayne, Rod Stewart. That's a random one, but that's pretty cool too. You got Schoolboy Q, a newcomer called Joe Fox who's featured on like 5 songs. You even got Future on there. He does some pretty cool vocals on the album too. So like I said, really good guest list of artists who all contribute something different to the album. That's the really important part. Everybody contributes something different that makes the whole better, which is how your features should be. Your features shouldn't be cluttered. It shouldn't be bloated. It shouldn't just be there just for the sake of being there. Rick Ross. You should put features on an album to make the whole concept of the album work better. And that's exactly what he does here in this album, and I really enjoy that. Another thing I really enjoy is each song is pretty unique in itself, and has different influential sounds that have obviously influenced A$AP Rocky's career. And he's kind of put those in this album. You can just go through and listen and start to see the different musical influences that he's placed in this album. I said in my written review that a lot of people try to criticize or label Rocky is like a trippy drug rapper, which is, I guess that's how he got his claim to fame. However, the thing is, he doesn't just do that. He really has a lot more. I look at Rocky as a complete package of everything. Aesthetically, he's doing a lot of things that other artists don't do. He takes risks, first of all. He does take risks. He's aggressive in the fashion industry. He's pretty polarizing as far as the way he looks, what he wears, his appearance, all of that. He has his own unique look. When I think of A$AP Rocky, I don't think of anybody else in the industry, and that's a really good thing. He's also venturing into acting now. I've talked about the movie Dope before, and that's coming out and that looks really cool. He's venturing into the world of acting now, which is adding another layer of his whole persona. When you get an album from A$AP, you get a lot of things. You get really cool artwork. You get some good features that contribute to the overall sound. You get, forward thinking on fashion. You get unique blends of music like reggae and soul and hip hop and acid rap and psychedelic, all of these different things. You get a blend of them when you think about A$AP and when you listen to his work. And for that, I enjoy him for that reason alone, because too many artists now sound alike. so it's hard to find somebody that's different. So I enjoy when I hear some different music and concepts and things from ASAP. So when we're talking about the album, when we're talking about At.Long.Last.A, again, I really enjoy this album. It's come out in a year where we're starting to get a lot of different albums from artists. You gotta think we've already had Big Sean dropped this year. We've already had Drake. We've already had Kendrick. A lot of people are coming out this year with some heavy hitting music. Surprisingly enough, this album, I really enjoy it. It's not the best album, not the best hip hop album of the year. That does go to Kendrick. However, this is a really solid album. ASAP's best effort. It's above average in my mind. So I really do enjoy it and encourage you to listen to it. And sit and just immerse yourself into the whole aesthetic of what At.Long.Last ASAP is. So when rating this album, I give it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, it's an above average album. It's really good. Great features, great sound, great concepts, great lyrics. All of those things, come together to create a really solid album that's perfect to listen to for the summertime. So again, go check out my written review on my website to see also what I think about At.Long.Last ASAP. And as always, follow me on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, the whole works. And I will see you next time.